Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Pat Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. Taking a look at Tesla daily chart first to start off. I'll explain what other lines I have on here in a second. Gapped up today, where we opened 215.48, rallied up a bit, and then came down to close at 224.74, thereby filling the gap. Let's take a look at the shorter term charts. So here's our shorter term charts. Let me show you. Let me go to the 4 hour. Here's how I got those oranges. I did not put them on yesterday, but we talked about these, I think, in videos last week about the GAN extensions and how you can use them. I use them all the time in cryptos. I don't do them much. I do them for my stocks. I just don't post them in the videos all the time because they're more for intraday price action. Just wanted to show you how they work again. So this one came from this low down here, the low on, what was that, June 3rd, up to this high, because this is right before the correction, and this is a 4 hour chart. So it came to here, and you see it came back to the rotation zone on the 4 hour and rotated back up, all the concepts we keep talking about, and that gave the 12 and the 25% projection, and that gave us a nice projection up here, which was met with the high of the rally today. So since that was already met, if you wanted then to update this, then you would take it to the next level, and that would give you 242 essentially, and about 249 for your next levels, so that you could use on a daily or intraday basis. So far, pulling back. Now I also have the green lines. Those are the retracements from this whole rally up. So those retracements, and you know we generally watch the 12.5 and 25% key. 12.5 already violated, retested, and then dropped back down. The 25% coming in at 220.30 with the rising rotation zone on the 4 hour. So that's your first level of key support. And then you have a major cluster down here right about 213. You have the rising 21, the rising 50, and the 37.5% retracement. So on a further decline in selling, you'd be looking at about 213.08 for support. Break down below 213.08, that means the rotation zone is broken on the 4 hour, and we're in the process of a bigger pullback. So where would that entail? Let's go back to the daily chart. Let's see, the bottom of the rotation zone on the daily chart, we're starting to get some separation, is coming in right just below 213.08. So 213.08 on the 4 hour and the daily is a very key on any pullback. Also, you can see here, much higher high in price, and this did make a lower high with the RSI. So this prior high in the RSI was 78.9. Sorry, 78.9 right here. And then we had a higher high in price, but a lower high in the RSI right now. Yesterday's RSI was 78.1, less than 78.9, and today's is 77.6, which is also less than 78.9. So we got a divergence here, which waning momentum doesn't mean a reversal has to happen, but again, breaking below today's low, we'll start watching for an even bigger pullback. Closing back below 213 would then signify for us that this little recovery rally is over, and we're still, as I've mentioned, in the longer term bear market in Tesla based on price action. Now keep in mind there's lots of information coming out about Tesla is going to have another record quarter in deliveries, which might not translate to profits because the average selling price is going down. Just throwing out some fundamentals, but people are focused on if they have a record delivery on cars, that's really bullish for them. Then you had leaked internal documents today with a Business Insider article saying they've only hit a couple days where they produced the Elon's goal of 1,000 vehicles per day. They've been averaging around 700 per day. So people are, well, if you're going to have record deliveries and you're only producing on average 700 cars, Model 3s a day, how's that going to really work unless they had tons of inventory? So we're going to have to see how this play out. Again, there's going to be a big push through the end of June. The tax credit gets cut in half again in the USA starting July 1st. So we're going to have to see that big push. They're going to report, beginning of July numbers just on delivery numbers. And then we have to wait for the earnings to see how those delivery numbers and the average sale price actually hit the bottom line and how much Tesla will most likely, they'll probably have another losing quarter. So take all that. Those are the fundamentals, whether you're bullish or bearish, and that's why we trade the price action. Again, long term, we're still bearish based off the weekly rotation zone being negative. We did have a nice little recovery rally. We talked about this with the divergences down here. It was running out of steam, and then we got our recovery rally. So now we're going to have to see if it's sustainable or if we pull back below some of these key levels. That's what we have for you today with Tesla, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.